Yes, I know it's been a while since I've been around. There's a lot of things been happening on What's Island, which is one thing I'm trying to kind of step away from just a little bit. I don't really think there's much more I can tell you that's not already been brought to the plate. Um, we may do some lives on talking about what's if y'all want to talk about some things, but other than that, I'm kind of trying to step away from that a little bit. I would have actually put this on my other channel, on the breaking news channel. However, I had already started doing James on this channel, so I'm going to continue to do James on this channel because a lot of you was very interested in little James and keeping up with what was going on with him. And I do have a little bit of information about him. There's not a lot changed, but there is a little. Court documents has proved some more disturbing things that happened to James and his siblings before James was actually put into the river by his mother and his mother's boyfriend, who are now being held in jail. Also, search and rescue efforts were made over the weekend for James and little Nilo. So far, they've still not been able to locate either child. Hopefully, soon that will happen. The water's just been going way too fast. They were working on just a few days ago or last weekend trying to do some search and rescue for them, but the water was actually moving 2 miles an hour, and they don't even like to get in it if it's more than one. But they went ahead and went in it with it 2 miles an hour, but they had no luck. Okay, over this weekend, they've also been searching the waters, still no luck as of this video. So, don't know. The new information in the court documents that were found out and discovered was that during February the 25th and 26th, they had admitted that they had actually hogtied James and his siblings with their hands behind their back and their legs and feet behind their back, and they put cloths in their mouths and left them that way for hours and hours while they would just go out and do things or just whatever. So yeah, that is some very disturbing things that we have found out. There is an article about it, and we'll go over that little article, and I'll go over it with you. But it's very disturbing, so I want to let you know that up front. And so let's just have a look at that article. This is not really a news clip. This is just something that was filmed. I don't think there's any talking. It just shows the things that were at the little memorial that has been set up for James. And as you see, it's a little 6 balloon. He was 6 years old. He was in the 1st grade. Terrible. But it says, a Middleton mother accused of running over and killing her 6-year-old son also hogtied the boys and his siblings in the days before an attempt to abandon them in a park, according to the court documents. Brittany Gosney, 29, and James Hamilton, 43, were indicted March the 5th on a combined 31-count indictment for the slaying of 6-year-old James Hutchinson on February the 26th in rural Preble County, and the disposal of his body days later in the river near Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Gosney and Hamilton are facing felony crimes against all 3 children, including the mother, involuntary manslaughter, gross abuse of a corpse, and endangering children for Gosney, and kidnapping, gross abuse of a corpse, and kidnapping and endangering children for Hamilton. Court documents say Gosney and Hamilton, between February the 25th and February the 26th, made efforts to hogtie the hands and legs of Hutchinson and his siblings, ages 7 and 9, behind their backs and placed cloths in their mouth, leaving them in that position for hours. Middleton police said Gosney confessed to killing Hutchinson, a first grader at Rosa Parks Elementary, as he clung to her minivan when she attempted to abandon him and his two siblings at Rush Run Wildlife Area. This is alleged to have happened February the 26th. Gosney and Hamilton put Hutchinson's body in a spare room under a window at the Crawford Street home. They told police at about 3 a.m. on February the 28th, they drove down the Interstate 275 in the van to the Lawrenceburg, Indiana area and threw the body into the Ohio River. Hutchinson's body was left in the house for almost 48 hours, and a concrete block was tied to his body before it was tossed into the river, according to the court documents. Gosney and Hutchinson then removed the hard drive and video cameras at a residence along with the tape and rope and concealed them at another location, according to court documents. According to the Preble County Sheriff's Office report, Gosney said she was under pressure from Hamilton to get rid of Hutchinson and his two siblings. Gosney has pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity, and her attorney, David Washington, has raised questions about her competency to stand trial. On Monday, during a hearing in Butler County Common Pleas Court, Judge Noah Powers II ordered a psychological evaluation. According to her, he was the one pressuring her to do it. Either way, I don't care. That's the mother. I don't care what you're pressured to do. That is your children. Even if you're pressured to get rid of the neighbor, you don't do that with humans. You don't even do that with an animal. What? If he was pressuring her to go into Walmart and just start shooting people, would she do it? Obviously she would. If she would just easily off her kids like that, hog tie them, put stuff in their mouth, tie concrete blocks to their body and throw them in rivers, then she would have done anything, right? She would have done anything that she's pressured to do. That said, she's a danger to society. They both are. Because if he's going to sit and pressure somebody to do something and expect them to do it and act on what he's pressuring them to do, yeah. And then he helps to tie a concrete block and hog tie these children, and yeah, they're both mental and they both deserve to be in prison for the rest of their life. They should have never even been out of prison. I wonder, do they have past records? We have learned that Brittany did have another child, and CPS had taken it and it had been adopted into another family, thank God. CPS was obviously aware of this lady. But still, she had these other 3 children that went to school every day. I've read here and there where the teacher said that he was always at school and he always seemed healthy and happy and all this and that. There was no signs. The school said, now this is what I have read. However, there had to have been some signs of something. And if there wasn't, then that's even sadder, because maybe that little James thought that was just normal life for everyone, the life he had. I mean, they were hog tying these children for hours with socks in their mouth so they couldn't scream out. These people are evil, and yes, they're insane. But that's not going to give them a free ticket and a free ride for what they did, nor should it. When I get more information, I will let you know. As of now, that's all I have. But this whole reason of insanity plea that she is planning to try better not work for him or her. Yeah, they're both insane. That's why they need to be locked away for life. No free tickets. James can't. Imagine what his siblings deal with every day, what they seen happen. Imagine them, what they seen happen to James. But also remembering the hog tying, the socks stuck in their mouth, or clothing stuck in their mouth so they can't speak for hours. That's traumatic. It could really mess them up in more ways than one, mentally, obviously. No. No, there's no free ticket here. There's no excuse here. This is absolute evil and vile, and it should be treated as such. Death penalty 100. When I get some more information on this, I will let you guys know. And until next time, this is Unjustified.